Hi there, this is Ranjit and I have the Samsung Galaxy Note 7 with me and also the Nexus 6P, and we are going to do a RAM management comparison. I know it's not fair because the Note 7 has 4 gigabytes of RAM, whereas this Nexus 6P just has 3 gigabytes of RAM. But still, as this Nexus 6P runs on stock Android, I feel it's sort of a fair evaluation. Let's see how it compares. So I'm going to run some apps and let's see which one holds them in memory. And by the way, if you want a FAQ sort of a video about the usage experience that I'm having with this Note 7, do let me know. I can do that. And by the way, I have 3 apps that are currently running on both these devices, so it's the same. I just wanted to keep these in memory because if they reload, the location etc would change. So these are 3 apps that are running in memory, and let's start with this Chrome browser on both. Again, I have 3 tabs on both, so it's going to load the same tabs. For example, as you can see, it's loading the same stuff. And now let's move to others. For example, let's open YouTube. Obviously initially it will be fine, and let's open Twitter, and we'll come to the same page. Let's put it here. If it reloads, we'll know. Let's keep it like this. And now let's move to Uber. Was already there. Wink music. So yeah, that's done. Let's go back to what do you say, Chrome, and see if it's in memory. Yeah, it's in memory for both the devices. So still nothing is out of memory. Okay, Play Store. Let's go to games. Let's keep it like that. Okay. Let's again go back to Chrome browser. It's still in memory, no issues. And now let's switch on Periscope. So we have a bunch of apps that are in memory now. Let's see, and let's try to go back to YouTube and see if it is. Yeah, it didn't reload, so that's nice on both the devices. And let's try again the OneNote app. Yeah, this is also in memory. So both of them are doing a decent job as of now, I would say. Let's go to the Chrome browser. This is again in memory, as you can see. And let's go back to, let's say, Play Store. That was also in memory. Periscope is also in memory. So with these casual apps, I would say let's go back to Uber. Yes, it's still in memory. So with these casual apps, as you can see, all of them handled it fine, I would say. Every app is in memory. So that's the experience I'm having with the regular usage. About 6-7 regular apps, if you jump around, those are fine. But let's see what happens if one of the is a heavy app like a game or something like that. Obviously the Note 7 loaded it faster. This is also loaded, so both of these are in memory. So let's just go back now, and it'll be interesting. By the way, I accidentally click on this, so this is the page that will be for Asphalt. And now let's go back and see if other apps are in memory. Let's start with Chrome. Chrome is in memory, so this was also in memory, so that's a good thing. It's handling it. Let's try with the Periscope. This is in memory. This is also in memory. That's nice. And let's try YouTube app now. YouTube app is also in memory. And let's try Twitter. Twitter was also in memory. So both of them are handling it actually fine, I would say, in terms of RAM management. This is fine. And if we go to, let's say, Play Store, let's see. This is in memory. This is also in memory. And let's go back to, for example, OneNote. Let's try that. This is in memory. And let's now go back to our game and see, because that was a big app. Let's see. And still both of them are in memory. And let's try YouTube. That's fine. Let's try Uber. Google Maps actually reloaded, and on this it was in memory. So yeah, still the Nexus 6P is doing slightly better. Let's try Periscope now. This was in memory, and this is still in memory. So let's go back to, what do you say, Twitter. Twitter again reloaded, but it's still in memory on this Nexus 6P. So as you can see, the Nexus 6P is doing better RAM management compared to this Note 7. Again, still in memory. What do you say? This Note 7, again, as you can see, it's reloaded this. Let's try it on Nexus 6P. It's still in memory. So needless to say, yeah, with the typical usage, I would say you won't have problems with the RAM management even on this Note 7, but certainly I would say the Nexus 6P does a far better job in RAM management compared to the Samsung Galaxy Note 7. Even though the Galaxy Note 7 has 4 gigabytes of RAM, whereas the Nexus 6P just has 3 gigabytes of RAM. In my day-to-day usage, I would say the memory management was sort of okay, but yes, I did notice let's say I was working on an app about an hour ago and I was just multitasking. Whenever I came back, sometimes some of those apps did reload. It was not like every time. For example, if you follow me on Note 5, the RAM management was really bad when it was new, but I would say it's not as bad as that. But yeah, sometimes, only sometimes, yes, you will encounter RAM management issues, but it's not very bad in my opinion like it was on Note 5 when it was launched. But certainly in terms of RAM management, I would say the Nexus 6P, though it has 1 gigabyte of RAM less, does a far better job. Thank you guys, this is Ranjit and I hope to see you in my next video.